AEW Revolution 2023 will become a total nightmare if the following scenarios actually happen. I'm Andy from What Culture, this is Adam, also from What Culture, and the first nightmare scenario on our list is that the Elite fail to deliver a match of the year contender again. So it was kind of tough to figure out something for this specific match, right?
Yeah.
Because on paper it's pretty damn awesome, and I love the House of Black, and I really enjoy the Elite. But the Elite aren't exactly cooking at the moment, in my opinion. You know, they're hitting a high level, but they're not hitting their absolute highest level. The week-to-week matches are pretty good, but for me personally, Escalera de la Muerte, it could have been a lot more than it actually was. So my worry with this match, and it speaks volumes of the talent of these men, that this is the best thing I could come up with for a nightmare, is that maybe it's not that great. Maybe it's a 4-star match instead of a 4 3/4 or whatever. There you go.
Yeah, I think my concern with the whole match here is it felt so obvious, like you say, after the Best of 7 series. And then, I don't know whether it was to do with visa stuff with Kenny or what, it just felt like the momentum was lost a little bit, and I don't know, just the whole lights on, lights off thing, it felt like it should have been weeks and weeks of the House of Black just kicking ass and us being like, oh, bollocks, the Elite are going to get their asses handed to them. And it's been more...
That's the thing, isn't it? Like, the thing with this feud is that it's been quite sparse, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, there's not been a whole lot on television, so the great hope is that you get to the pay-per-view and you go, oh, well, the match is going to be incredible. If it's not incredible, that's a problem.
Yeah, with the 6 people involved, it should be, bare minimum 4 stars, but because of the people involved, that's not good enough.
No, it needs to be 6 stars.
Right, let's move on to the AEW Women's Championship triple threat match. Jamie Hayter defending, of course, against Saraya and Ruby Soho. And the nightmare in this scenario is that Renee Paquette screws Jamie Hayter. That's right, Jamie Hayter loses the title, probably to Saraya. That would make sense. Because she's ex-WWE and she's going to go to the Outsiders or whatever they bloody call themselves now. Plus, she's probably having a bit of holiday after this, isn't she? Because of the whole. Because I assume John's losing.
Yeah, he's going fishing.
He's finally going for a bit of a break. So yeah, write her off with a bang.
So if
comes in. What if instead of like spray paint, what if she's got a microphone and mid-match she tries to interview Jamie Hayter and screws her with some goo?
She's Alexa Bliss now as well. All right, sound. If you've never watched one of these videos before,
there's a very simple dynamic.
There's a dynamic. It's like a yin and a yang.
I have got a sensible piece of booking.
Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, right? You've actually Renee is ex-WWE, and that is the story. So you know.
I think the actual nightmare is anyone other than Jamie Hayter leaves with the title.
Saraya winning would be funny, though. It would be really funny. Can you imagine how annoyed people would be?
Yeah.
It'd be good. Saraya is very chaotic. I'm into that.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Yeah. Spray painting an L onto someone's bum.
Yeah, it feels like Hayter has to win because then you do the Hayter Baker thing, no?
Yeah, do the Hayter Baker.
But that's why it's a nightmare. Renee Paquette.
You know what else?
It sort of fits her character to be a heel because, I mean, what's nice about her? Apart from, everything. She's lovely.
She's going to punch you in the face one day.
Bring it on!
You know what else would be a nightmare?
Uh-oh.
Actually, it's probably the most feasible of anything we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho, Ricky Starks.
Don't say it.
Chris Jericho wins, lol. Right, so we've had this stipulation attached to this match, right? Eagle-eyed people on the old social media have figured out, right? Initially, it said if anyone interferes, everyone's banned from ringside.
Yeah, no one else.
That was changed a couple of hours later to Jericho Appreciation Society members can't interfere. So that opens the door for someone else to interfere and screw Ricky Starks out of the match. Be it Action Andretti turning, be it
him.
I mean, we've made office jokes about Paul White joining the JAS for some reason. The door is open for some kind of shenanigans, and we've seen it with these Jericho feuds. However well-intentioned they may be at the start, by the end, Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, we get to a point where there's no longer reaping benefits, and actually, the person he's facing should have cut loose a couple of months ago.
You've been sucked into the Jericho vortex at this point. Yeah, please just have Ricky Starks win. I'm not even going to do a gimmick here. Have Ricky Starks win and move on to better things.
Yeah,
and maybe just whisper it, have Chris Jericho go away for a while. But Ricky Starks' theme says the revolution will be televised. And so will our live stream reactions on Sunday night. Join myself and Michael Hamlet from probably midnight, Sunday night into Monday morning UK time.
Monday morning, that's ambitious. It's an AEW pay-per-view, brother.
More on that in a little while. But yeah, join myself and Hamlet for that one, for all of our reactions and thoughts and ways of staying awake, probably. Let's talk Samoa Joe versus Wardlow TNT Championship. And the story of this is, of course, former tag team partners, now enemies, and they had the whole stuff with Samoa Joe cutting Wardlow's hair off, dedicated to his late father, of course. But what if, Andy the Nightmare, is Wardlow gives up, as all men probably should do, decides to commit to it, and becomes Baldlow. There he is. And the finish.
Why is that a nightmare? Tell me what about this image
Well,
is a nightmare.
because we don't get a good kick-ass match with muscle busters and powerbomb symphonies. The finish, I've just got written down here, is the light bounces off of Baldlow's head, blinds Joe, and he rolls him up in 10 seconds.
I mean, that's just offensive, that is. First of all.
Yeah. Baldlow.
I mean, to me,
we all have to give up eventually.
To me, this is more of a
some
dream.
people don't apparently on the internet. They just have hair plugs or something. Maybe not. No names.
Some people are really good at combing it in a certain way. Like, there's all kinds of folk.
Shoot season's back on. Get in.
To me, this is a dream, not a nightmare. Like, look at this man. Like, he's one.
He can pull it off, I'm sure.
He is. He's one of the biggest pieces in all of pro wrestling. And if he wants to join the bald community, listen, I don't even have to consult the bald elders on this one.
Don't you?
I don't even need to
Straight
phone.
in.
Yeah, Duncan
First ballot.
does not need to be consulted.
Duncan Goodhue.
He's here. He's here.
Bald community.
Who else is bald? Ainsley
Miller,
Harriott, Simon Miller. That's all this freedom. That's the
Ainsley Harriott, Duncan Goodhue, and Simon Miller.
That's the bald.
That's the three elders.
Yeah, Kalina sometimes gets involved, but those are the core elders. Right, let's move on.
Please.
The nightmare scenario: John Moxley versus Hangman Page. The one thing that would really suck with this match, I really like this feud. I think it's really good across the board. It's reality driven. Good. Hangman Page emerges from this match not looking like the man would stink. Because this, to me, feels like, I don't like making points like he needs to win and all of that stuff, but no, anyone can lose if you tell the right story. The wrong story here would be Page coming out of this, not looking strong, not looking assertive, not looking like he's taking care of business.
I think I think Hangman Page probably is going to win this one. I've a slight feeling that John Moxley might bleed in this match.
Whoa. Save that for the predictions video. Coming tomorrow.
Yes, but
Thursday. Tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever day it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like John Moxley's been owed a holiday for quite some time now, and this is a good way to write him off and make Hangman Page look a badass. So I completely agree that would be a nightmare if that doesn't come to pass. Right, should we move on and talk about the tag team fatal four-way?
Yeah.
Should mention, if you're watching this in a few days' time, at time of recording, we don't know the fourth team. So it is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, the Guns, and the Acclaimed, and another team fighting for those AEW Tag Team Championships. And the nightmare here, Andy? The Guns retain. See, it doesn't always have to be silly.
Okay.
Nothing against the Guns. I think they're a couple of really talented lads, but I think it was probably a bad decision. I think it's universally accepted that they won the titles from the Acclaimed. So I think whether it's the Acclaimed winning them back, whether it's what they call Triple J, love that name, whether it's FTR, whether it's, who else has been mentioned? Oh, Sting and Darby Allin.
Sting and Darby.
I think all the other ones are the Outrunners. They're all better options than the Guns. I should point out, the Guns retain, I didn't finish, after revealing their newest member, Bull Buchanan, a.k.a. BB Gun. So, there you go, Tony, you can have that one on me.
Got him!
They could bring in Major Guns as well. Why the heck?
There's
not?
another WWE war, because his son's in NXT.
Of course, his one, Bugs Bunny, his son. What's his name?
Brooks Jensen,
Brooks
I believe.
Jensen, that's it. Brooks and Benson, yep. Okay.
But yeah, nothing against the Guns. Or their newest member, Bull Buchanan.
Bring in Bull Buchanan. Jeezy peeps. Oh, Tony
This
Khan.
is what you get. You get
He likes-
sensible booking on both sides of the aisle
I knew
here.
you were going to do that as well. It's like, oh, yeah, the Guns wearing blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Bull Buchanan, BB Gun. All right, cool.
It looks like Bull Buchanan's pointing to your head.
Well, he is a member of the community.
He is. He's not one of the elders just
He's
yet.
not one of the elders. No, he's got some way to go.
B squared. What a guy.
What a boy. Oh, boy.
Anything else?
Yeah, there's a 16-minute main event.
Oh, well, that, yeah.
MJF versus Bryan Danielson.
I've got a feeling that's going to be reminded of that about 5 a.m. on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this has to go at least an hour.
It's an hour long, baby. My big concern with this match, and I don't have many, I think this is going to be really good.
Yes.
I think there is a slight chance the crowd could lose patience with that, and that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
MJF has not done he's not done an hour-long singles match unless I have failed to store that in my memory. Bryan, and I think MJF absolutely rules. I think he's tremendous. I think Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and he has the track record to show that. But with the way AEW shows are paced, there is a chance that if you get to the end of this show and you realize, we're 50 minutes in, there's another 45 minutes to go, the wrestlers have a really tall task of keeping the crowd engaged and making sure they're with every single moment of this match, particularly because the feud itself has drawn some criticism. I like the week-to-week matches, and I think last week's in-ring angle thing promo battle was absolutely sensational stuff. But not everyone is as patient or as forgiving as I am.
Yeah, and it's a difficult tightrope to walk with an Iron Man match. Genuinely, you've got one end of the scale with Brett and Shawn, and then you've got the other end, which makes it look like, well, wait a second, why are you getting 6 falls on someone and when their normal matches take 20 minutes to come to a finish or whatever? So it's going to be intriguing. I think a nightmare for me, and to be honest, quite a lot of people, is Bryan Danielson walking out with the title. It has to stay with MJF.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be strange.
Danielson's having a great time anyway, regardless.
You could put Danielson against Peter Avalon for 7 consecutive weeks and you'd have a good time.
I think they've fairly obviously laid out the part of Bryan Danielson that MJF is going to target, and I do hope this doesn't go on after 5 hours. Speaking of which, one final nightmare that could happen is Tony Khan adds a load of matches ahead of tonight's Dynamite.
Yes.
Yes. No, a few more. I'm kind of okay with.
Buy-in.
Yeah.
Put it on the buy-in.
Last year's had, I think, about 12 matches, including the buy-in. Right now we're at 7.
Yeah.
And the one thing I don't need to see on Dynamite this week is a certain someone coming out saying, "We got a great show for you tonight and a great show for you on Sunday. It's called AEW Revolution, so it's going to last as long as it takes for the Earth to revolve. That's right, 24-hour pay-per-view. Hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be awake for the whole thing. I've not slept since Saturday. Okay, have a good show, everybody. Bye."
Okay.
Don't need any of that, Tony. Just sign Bull Buchanan.
Problem solved. I think I'm not usually on board with their long shows, right? But I rarely think they're too long. I think that they're quite well paced.
You only get 4 a year.
Yeah, this is the thing. You only get 4 a year. So what do you want? Do you want a 3-hour show where half the people miss out and all of this stuff, and the stories aren't paid off on pay-per-view and they're on TV? That being said, with this one, I get it completely, because it has a 1 hour long main event. If you have 11 matches before that's going to be a tough shift unless a bunch of them go for 2 minutes or something, which you don't want.
I don't think you need all the titles defending. I think matches with stories qualified to get on the pay-per-view. And whilst I adore Jade Cargill, we don't need a TBS championship match, even if it is only going to be 2 minutes, because there's nothing there to justify it.
No justification at all. And if you're going to put a bunch on, put them on the buy-in, because the buy-in is already there.
Yes.
It's already an hour. That length is not impacting anything. It's right there.
I think the relief a little bit is now with Ring of Honor starting to gain a bit of momentum. Although outside of AEW, it's not like they've got to hoy all that on here as well. So fingers crossed. Regardless, we will be here throughout. Join myself and Michael Amplet, as I said earlier, for our live stream reactions here on the channel on Sunday night into some point on Monday here in the UK, or late on Sunday. Oh, it's so hard being an American viewer. I'm turning it. Right. Let us know your thoughts, your predictions, your nightmares in the comments section below, or on Twitter at WhatCultureWW, where you can find both of us. You can follow Andy Murray at
Andy H. Murray. The H stands for homunculus. Homunculus?
Don't know.
Homunculus? That word. You know what I'm trying to say.
You can follow me on Twitter at Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCultureWWE. What Culture Wrestling, where we get your podcasts from. For daily wrestling podcasts, enjoy. I was about to call it Double or Nothing then, not quite yet. AEW Revolution. My thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Adam Nicholas, our brilliant editor. And we will see you soon.